that make that that half cold damage.
All right, so I guess to get right into it, we found out, of course, after the session that a lot of miscalculations with the numbers means we can't actually be sure who would have gotten the killing blow.
Yeah, it's like,
but in this instance, it was indeed Fang with an Omni Slash, and as the final blow is dealt to the Winter Queen, there is a blinding flash. The foundations of the palace begin to crumble, and then her corpse simply fades away into wisps of what look like fairy fire or fairy dust, even. And from where her body once was, shadows and colors of all different shades and tones begin to spill out. It's actually disturbing, eldritch almost. It's like looking at a fourth dimension of colors that's just ripped a hole in the fabric of the world, and it seems to spill out over the room as if it's looking for a place to go, but it finds none. That is, of course, until from the very same door that you came in, a familiar figure emerges. And this would be Masis, the heiress apparent to the Winter Queen's throne. She kneels down and reaches a fingertip toward the sea, this tide of strange, mind-shattering colors that you've never seen before, mind you. And slowly they begin to coalesce into just sort of, when you mix so many colors and it becomes so dense and saturated, it's this black mass. Her hair pales even more. The shadows around her eyes grow, and she seems to age visibly, though not significantly. And sure enough, the shadow that once made up the Winter Queen's sword enters her hand, and she slowly sweeps her gaze across the party.
Hey, I called dibs on that sword.
I honestly thought this was just going to be an epilogue thing, okay?
And after a moment, she snaps her finger and the shadows recede into her actual shadow. And she heads toward the shattered throne. She sets a hand on it, and the ice begins to reform, and the damage that was done seems to reverse itself. Not like it's healed, but as if it's just reversing the actual events, like reversing time. Meanwhile, the corpses of Theris and Uda rattle and begin to fade away.
Before they do, I want
Dark
to do
Souls
something.
fashion. Go for it.
I'm going to walk over and grab the chain, and I'm going to put it in Theris's hand because I'm pretty sure it's like fucking attached to Uda.
Yeah, it's like wrapped around his arm, and then it feeds into his gauntlet, into his armor somewhere.
Yeah, I just kind of grab the chain and hand it, put it in.
Do you close the hand around it, or just set it in the palm?
I close the hand around it.
As you do so, the bodies rattle, the corpses rattle, and begin to fade, and then a pair of lights rise into the air, linked together by another smaller, thinner wisp of light, presumably representing the chain. The Masis, or I guess the new Winter Queen more appropriately, She looks at these lost wisps and makes a sign with her hand, and they seem to pass through the air as if shift into another plane or another dimension. And then they're gone. She turns and runs her hand against the side of the throne before settling down into it. And the instability and the rumbling that you feel suddenly comes to a halt. You can see her age a little more as she takes the throne, and obvious strain hits her. She has to press her hands into her temples for a moment to get used to the sudden influx of whatever it is that she's just experienced, and then was very tired as she looks up and says, "Great damage has been done to your plane, but it seems your defenses held rather well. I will recall our forces before any more harm can come to your people."
Look at the group because they're not my fucking people.
It's true. I wonder. She probably did invade internationally, I'm sure, even if there was more of a focus on that spot. So. Because I think there's supposed to be millions. Faye, so.
Wait, what happened to Dragonface?
As far as you know, he's still where you left him.
Along with the
Oh
Mecha Dragon.
shit! Oh shit!
He's fine. He had a dragon with him.
But he's our way out of here.
Oh, that's right. We should go. Mace is.
You wish
I'm
to return to your companion.
still gonna call you Maces. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to mind.
Yeah, like that's like the whole point was he goes Maces. You know what? I'm still gonna call you Maces. Like I don't care.
She kind of like furrows her brow, and then as if it's something like a sudden feeling of aggression had come over her, and then she kind of wrestles it under control and doesn't seem to personally mind. But she just arches her brow, wondering what it is that you want.
Please don't piss off the new fake queen.
I'm the one who made the deal to get her on this damn throne. I'll call her whatever the hell I want. Also, I believe we had our own deal.
You refer to my sister.
I do.
Bring her here.
There she is.
They kind of share an odd look for a few moments, almost an unfamiliar one. And then she simply reaches out and basically boops her on the forehead.
Damn it! I failed. Fuck.
And she
Okay,
dies
what-
now. You
Plus,
failed the quick time event.
exactly.
But no, she just presses the end of her fingernail to her forehead, and there's a sudden swirl of color, and nothing seems to happen. She says, "When next she slumbers, she may now realize is a necessity. She will be free of any obligation, and you will find her form to be much less suitable, though I would not suggest that it be done within the halls of this place. It could draw attention. I may have forgiven her of any debts, but the rest of the court have yet to understand that."
Aaron nods.
She
Alright,
looks
we
at
can
the
go.
rest of the group, asks if they have anything, and if not,
I mean, I look like death. I'm gonna have like what 1 hit point. Or no, I healed myself.
What
with
you're
a
saying
was
is
at
Aaron
7.
could kill the entire group
That's how it ends.
in
Aaron
like
starts a
one
fight,
round.
kills everybody, then she kills Aaron, and then Dragonface kills her. He's the new winner.
Yeah,
King.
literally everyone is within killing distance of Aaron.
Everybody does except for the Clockwork Dragon because he doesn't freeze. He takes
Oh
over.
yeah, I could hit everybody at once, just running back and forth.
It's like a quick draw. Everybody pulls their strongest moves at once and sees who survives in Battle Royale. But yeah, how bad is everybody? Are some of you still at 1 hit point?
I
I'm
think
at
they are.
I'm at 7.
I'm
I healed
at-
myself a bit.
if
full.
we're talking about where we were before, I was at 90, so I was still fine.
I was at 1 because I have abilities that let me come back to keep me at 1.
Wait.
Those of you that are
But I leveled up to 20 because that's what you said.
yeah,
Does a 24 hit you? No, I'm kidding.
those of you that are below half, she just kind of waves her hand over you, and you feel strength return to you as you are brought to half. She inclines her head and says, "I apologize that I cannot do more at the moment, but I'm afraid that for whatever insanity my mother possessed, she did have great control over her powers, controls that I do not possess. It is quite a strain for me to suddenly adjust, considering that I'm linked to legions at the moment. It's best that I conserve my energy."
He'll
That
grow
being
into it.
said, she nods almost at a sort of a respectful one and says, "Unless there is anything else, then you all may go in peace. Consider yourselves friends of the court. Tread very carefully. Trust is a commodity in these halls." And she, once again, gestures just with a flick of the wrist, and portal opens up in front of the party. It seems to show the halls where you came in and where you left Dragonface.
I jump in it.
No, I
All
had a
right.
question. Did
All right.
the 2 armors disappeared?
The armored guys, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ferris and Buddha.
Yeah, they started to fade away. Aaron put the chain that Uda had into Theris's hand and closed his hand around it. And then the 2 wisps of presumably their spirits rose into the air. Yeah.
And the necklace,
Oh, the ring?
Ring is
the
gone.
necklace,
The ring that
Necklace?
summoned them?
What
the
necklace?
one that held fuck, I forgot her name.
Oh, Shalaya.
Shalaya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
still
right.
damaged. It's still damaged on the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
I grabbed
I'll
that.
take that.
Yeah, I'll just grab it if you want to do something, that's fine. But I was just gonna
Yeah,
keep it.
I'll let me borrow it.
All right, sure.
Joke's on you. I did this. so
He
you
just
can-
wants the chain.
Joke's on you.
No,
did
I
this
could
so
probably
you can-
use resurrection on her.
I don't think she's dead. Is she dead?
Or
Or she's
fire
unconscious?
plane.
It's unclear.
Just to make sure. I'll. I got a message. Technically, I could message her if she went back to the fire plane.
I don't think message goes across planes.
It does. There's a 25% chance it fails.
She's
Are
not
we
on
not
another
talking about
plane.
sending?
She's not on another plane anyhow. You could try to message her. Yeah. If you do, though, you get no response.
Well, this is for later. No.
She just needs time to rest, like that last time when she punched what's his face.
But didn't that end up putting her in the other plane of existence, strapped to a table when we had to rescue her?
Oh,
What?
I distinctly remember us having to go to the elemental plane of fire and get her ass out from getting interrogated.
I remember we had to go to the melt plane fire to trek through it to find the freaking where they were stealing fire elementals, but I don't remember her being strapped to a table.
Genji, am I
Yeah, I
going
know.
crazy?
I remember that. Yeah, she was like, I don't remember what happened exactly.
I don't think. Oh yeah, I remember that because Soren had to go get her.
It was like her boss or whatever was like called her back, but I think he's cool with us now, so we're fine. She's probably just resting.
Yep. But if you do jump through the portal, you just end up right back where you were. Or
Right.
where Dragon
I'm
Face
gonna-
left.
Is he alive? Is the clockwork dragon still alive?
Well, the halls are totally scorched. Despite the fact that it's in the plane, and it's in the unseelie court, some of the walls have actually melted. There are blast marks and other signs of battle and very powerful magic dotting the sort of painting the walls and the floor and the ceiling all around, and you see the charred bodies of what must be at least a couple dozen of these various Fae and Eladrin that had come to the defense of the doorway. But sure enough, bloodied and beaten and exhausted, Dragonface and a rather damaged Clockwork Dragon are still around in the center of this heap of bodies.
Wow, you all collectively. I look at it here, everyone. Wow, you all collectively look like shit. Oh, you used to
He
look like shit.
nods and says, I certainly feel like. Is it done?
Now there's a new queen on the throne.
We saved the world, yes.
Save
One
the
problem, I'm
planes.
afraid.
You're out of spells, aren't you?
He just smiles. As that's mentioned, though, the portal behind you, it's still open and it shifts. And you see the courtyard of Castle Never.
Well,
I'll
that's
pick up Dragon.
convenient.
I'll pick up Dragon Phase while casting Cure Wounds at their level.
Sorry, can you repeat that real quick?
I'll pick up Dragon Face and cast Cure Wounds at their level.
All right. It's just max. I don't remember what you roll for that, but it's a good chunk of healing. He definitely feels better, and he steps through the portal, assuming everyone else does.
I asked maybe if there's anything she wants to do before we leave.
She just shakes her head and says that she would rather be out of there.
All right.
And sure enough, you all end up in the courtyard of Castle Never. The sun is now rising.
All of Toki's characters are in one place after fought the entire army by themselves.
Yep. And you see signs of battle everywhere. Huge sections of the city are ruined and destroyed, and much of it is frosted over and frozen. Some of it was so brittle from the ice and the cold that it was shattered. Parts of the walls have been brought down. Parts, not the parts that your people brought down, other parts of the walls. But you can see, interestingly enough, along with the bodies of especially a lot of flying creatures surrounding the castle, it seems those ballista worked well. Interestingly enough, through where the walls were torn down at some places, you can see a very deep moat around the walls that was not there before. and it's roughly a dragon-sized emote. So
Did a dragon fall in, or
oh, it goes from what you can tell, it stretches around all the walls. It was dug in a pattern.
someone dug a moat?
Hmm.
Dragon friend, do you think we have to thank for that one?
It was probably the one that we met in the mountain, right?
Or the one I resurrected.
Maybe.
Or the one that Thing cooked for?
Yeah, but they seemed really not into it.
We know so many dragons.
You could just ask around.
Yeah, just find the nearest person. What happened?
You see the nearest person who is actually one of the Purple Knights. It seems Talvar had sent a few people to watch the bridge and the castle entrances. He's got his helmet off, and he looks very bloodied and exhausted. He's got this weird, like, multicolored blood. Almost looks like an oil slick on him. And he says, well, where to start? In the ground or in the air?
Both.
Well, whoever you had men in those, I don't know how many they killed. The griffins as well. They tore apart. These winged things. They were like bats. And then the spiders. They came from the sewers. Ground forces came in as well. From the wall and everywhere around it. We even had to quarter off parts of the city and section them. Those who were still foolish enough to celebrate Fae Day, some of them summoned Fae right into their own homes. They were slaughtered on the spot. Many of them were turned against us. It looked as if the city was to fall for a moment, and then, well, you see what happened. He points to the big moat. The ditches came out. This dragon, some sort of metallic one. It burrowed the ground. It came out of the ground like some kind of
You ever see the play
earthworm and
Tremors?
swallowed up. Pretty much, yeah. Earthworms and swallowed up these phase siege engines and their commanders where it could. It dug deep ditches and destroyed their supply lines, their reinforcements, and then it left. We were trying to clear the streets as best we could whenever they just stopped their resistance. They began to fall on the battlefield and retreat. They had the upper hand. I take it that was your doing.
Oh yeah, we both.
Sorry, I'm getting a message.
So yeah, it was pretty gnarly. We did have to go. Oh, why am I talking to you? Where's where's Talvar?
Wow.
He points over past the bridge back down to the city.
Thank you, and I'll cast healing word on him.
He nods and promptly collapses against a wall and just basically passes out from exhaustion. He's done. You head through, though, and eventually, as you're walking the streets, sure enough, you see Talvar there on a mound of bodies of his own, along with several of his officers. His armor is hardly even recognizable as armor anymore, and his weapon is nearly destroyed. Or no, his weapon actually. Let me correct that. His weapon seems to be in perfect condition, and interestingly enough, the greatsword that he wields shines with a magical glow. But everything else of his is ruined and hardly recognizable. It seems like he turns in surprise and throws his arms open as he says, "So you all made it."
Yeah, no sweat.
I mean, some sweat. Some of us died or collapsed.
It was pretty easy.
Man, do
None
I
of
like
you
being an orc.
died permanently,
No,
evidently.
it was a difficult battle, but we remained victorious. The world is once safe again.
Well, apparently we've gotten reports from some of the wizards with telepathy and magical communication that the other parts of the coast and the rest of the continent, at least, those invasions have ceased as well. It seems the Fae are returning to their own plane. The moon's looking a lot less cracked. This is the first time it seems like in months since we've had a proper sunrise. Suppose we should get to cleaning up the city. You all certainly deserve a rest, so
What of the city? What are we gonna? Who's going to be controlling it now?
I point to Lawrence.
that's the question. It's best
I
that
say
we
we-
reconvene here after a rest, I think, and discuss that.
I say we put
Okay.
him on the throne, and I point to Lawrence
Dear God, why would you do that to him?
because it's hilarious, and he's really the only one who has a level head.
He's good at heart. That's true. I would use it for my
Yeah.
own personal gain.
Plus, he has a god
Lord.
intervening for him.
Yeah, we did see that. I believe it now for sure.
God, what
What'd you
type
say?
of government it has to involve with religion again?
Theocracy.
There we
Theocracy.
Yeah, it turns out Lawrence this whole time was just lying about not believing. He was just trying to get to level 20 so he can guarantee his divine intervention. That way he can run everything as a theocracy, and anytime somebody doubts him, he just calls down a miracle.
You're not a
God,
son of God.
God
you
Emperor
muppet.
Lawrence.
What
God
is not?
Emperor. Do what, Necro?
Damn it! Why is it so small?
I'm not the son of an angel. I'm a son of a demon.
Oh God.
But
Kingmaker's part 2. But no, for real, he suggests that you all reconvene to discuss exactly that after a rest.
Well, where? I guess we can sleep in the castle. I don't know. Where should we rest?
In the castle, I think it's best that we meet there.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah,
you
I
would have
can still
noticed, if you looked back, that where you broke the window is, I mean, it's still broken, but the castle seems to not be all weird and interdimensional on the inside anymore. So,
instead of going healing, instead of going rest, I'll help with the injured.
Damn it! Why can't I change the token size? This is bullshit.
all right, go and help with the injured. You do so. Anyone else doing anything other than resting?
I will play a victory song as I'm heading up to just get like the troops, not inspire them, but like just like be like thank you for your effort.
It is time for a feast. I ransack the castle's kitchen and start preparing food for all
I'm
the
going
survivors.
to tell everyone that will listen that both myself and Soren dealt the killing blow.
Yes, it was a tag team,
Yes.
and I'm gonna make a song about it.
and just at the end, oh, and Fang helped. The little
And
small
Fang
word.
was there too.
roll performance and deception, both with advantage.
So, advantage. So you can roll higher than a fucking 6, you douche.
Okay, performance one more time.
Oh my god, you were
Wow.
the worst.
I mean, a 25 is still not bad. Deception,
You rolled an 8.
28.
Yeah. So here's the thing: there is no way Fang can convince people that we're lying.
There's no way I'm beating a bard and convincing people of shit. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I can just imagine when Fang wakes up, he's like, "Wait a minute, what do you mean Aaron and Soren did it?" Oh my god.
Say whatever you want. I got the title.
This is who?
Good. So you could head back to the fucking Feywild then.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Oh, you have a title. How's your girlfriend gonna feel about you being the Lord of Winter?
I've had
Yeah,
this title
I
for
went there.
months, you asshole.
Yeah, but now it actually means something. And I walk away.
Exactly.
Food and ale is what I require.
Coming right up.
I'm just gonna kind of talk to Mabe because, fuck you assholes. Literally,
Alright.
the entire joke that I've been telling Kenji is Aaron pretty much was the only reason he was pressing for us to make a deal with the Winterfell was to get Mabe back to full strength.
In that case, everybody gets the. Well, I guess everybody but Lawrence or whoever else would be staying up to do assistance gets the benefits of a long rest. And indeed, Mabe is now medium. She's more or less looking like an Eladrin now.
Oh, you got your waifu. Congratulations.
Yep. Is anyone not immediately
What?
heading to the castle?
I don't understand this word. What is a waifu?
You do. You speak Japanese.
I speak
So
all
is it-
languages.
Isn't your
It's a
character
fictional
just like
wife.
an Asian monk? Asian elf.
The joke. That's the joke, and also Aaron now speaks all languages, so he knows what it means. He's just ignoring you. We're not married. I'm pretty sure Fang is married, but I'm not married.
I am betrothed. By the way, Lawrence, I would love it if you would officiate the wedding.
He has a country to run. He can't officiate your wedding.
That will be my first deed. And it
Oh.
will be an honor.
Are you going to invoke Prima Nocta?
That's the thing, you know.
Somebody watch Braveheart.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Trying to get a centaur thief lady. She'll kick your ass.
Yeah, but he has divine intervention. Give it a week.
Yeah, he'll just flame strike her.
Oh, God. You dare deny the king?
You dare deny the right for the return of the king.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll go to the meeting. This is like one of the first meetings Aaron's attending.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I'm gonna put on my best clothes, which I steal from the king's wardrobe, I guess.
Necro, how do you have that shit immediately?
What? Oh, the fact that he just randomly had a poem on standby.
I literally told Kenji when you were shopping for those rings. I told Kenji I was looking for the silver powder so I could actually cast ceremony.
Wow, you dick. You didn't have Taz make the rings?
No, this is the spell component to actually get them
No,
to
I'm talking
actually
about
cast the spell.
Fang. I'm talking about Fang.
Unfortunately, we would have to drag her into battle to get that extra AC bonus, but whatever.
Wife, I need you within 30 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with Soren raiding the king's wardrobe. I still wear my robes, but I now have a fancy scepter.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the fanciest clothes to steal and wear.
Ooh, look, a dragon staff. This is nice.
Why would he have a pirate shirt? I mean, I don't see this coming back into style.
Oh, you actually ransacking the king's stuff?
Yeah.
He's
Alright.
not gonna need it.
It doesn't matter which game it's in. Let me open up the other one in case somebody's in there. Roll me investigation, anybody who's looking through. Actually, don't even roll me investigation. Roll me a D100.
Ooh,
How fancy is it going to be?
42.
39.
I get to use one of my favorite generators.
Random sex toy generator.
It's another gauntlet of blow someone the fuck up. Oh yeah. Why did he just have this? And why didn't he use it?
You find a letter that says, you find a letter in the language of the old ones that says, "Oh yes, the plan to use the Winter Queen as a puppet has gone well." No,
Oh no. There's a second. Oh god, there's
I
another
actually
book.
considered that at one point early on, very very early on, but I changed it to just actually being the Winter Queen because I thought it would take too long to do the other one.
Yeah, a double Palpatine. I mean, come on.
Palpatine. The Winter Queen comes back. Ah, they thought they killed me.
The dark side of the Fae is a pathway. All right, so we got a 39. You said
I got a 42.
And I got a 39.
39 and 42. All right.
I would like to use divine intervention. No, I'm kidding.
Now another 6 days.
But okay, both of you reroll because I want to spice this up and have multiple options here.
God dang it, 16.
95.
Hey, look, wait, I rolled a 16. Does that mean I gave my divine intervention?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is an interesting item. I'm sure all of you are going to recognize this. Soren, you find a gnarled wood staff.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Yeah, a gnarled wooden staff.
cool.
It's got a screaming face at the end of it. A 3-sided screaming
For fuck's
Oh,
sake,
God, he
did
found
you
the
fucking give him the
Jabberwock.
Webbajack?
He found the Jabberwock.
You
Oh
found
god.
the Webbajack.
Oh god.
Found the
Shirakura,
Webbajack.
Dejek, Prince of Madness.
When you use it, it randomly curses a target with a wild magic surge.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you asshole. Why did you make that work?
That is hilarious.
Why the king had it, you're not sure.
Oh god, did we kill the Dragonborn?
Maybe.
As for you, Aaron, you receive the Glutton's Fork.
What the fuck is this?
Once a day, this fork will allow the user to eat any non-magical item they can fit in their mouth and regain 2d6 HP. Just tap the
Jesus.
fork on the item and it will turn edible.
Huh. I feel
Why
like
the
this
king
thing
had this collection of curiosities? You're not sure.
Weird.
I look at Soren. Trade you.
No.
Oh. Got a stupid fork, you got a staff.
Yeah, and that's it. And then after that, you're all called into the meeting room, I guess.
I'm still stealing some fancy robes.
All right, you find some fancy robes.
In the bag it goes. All right.
Same.
And you see Talvar, along with a few other various nobles and things there, but mostly just Talvar. Dragonface, of course, is still with you all.
Tie in
You
there.
see, yeah, Tyen is there. The lady who had led the dwarves herself, she's there. Pretty much your general collection of war leaders.
I've been waiting for this shit. Oh, right. Before we go, can I have Rodon try to breathe fire into the amulet so I can
It seems to, with some time over the rest, have already the
Okay.
life has seemed to return.
Soren,
to
your
that, yeah.
waifu is still alive. Your waifu, as you call it, is still alive.
We're just friends. Obviously, I can't fuck fire.
Yeah, okay. Clearly,
And
you're
at that
not-
moment,
you were a
Shalaya
bard.
becomes
Yeah, not with
white
that attitude.
hot.
I thought you were a bard. I'm sorry. I thought you were a bard.
Where do you think Genasi
Yeah,
come
but I'm
from?
also pretty. I'm also smart.
You could get resistance to fire, you know.
It's just there's so many other fish in the sea, as it were.
Wow.
but not many
Wow.
stars in the sky.
Wait, can't you cast True Polymorph on yourself?
You're
I
just a
didn't
dick.
anymore.
Why didn't you take True Polymorph? It's like one of the best spells.
Yeah, I took Feeble Mind instead.
Yeah, but True Polymorph is
God,
so much
that's
better.
such
You
a-
can turn chairs into dragons.
Or dragons in the chairs.
Exactly. You could have an army of Uda and Therases that you made from rocks and rubble. What the hell is wrong with you?
Wait, is that a level 8 spell?
The level
No,
9
level
spell.
9. Yeah, I don't have that. There you go.
Oh, okay.
That's why. That's why I
Fucking
don't have
makes
it.
sense.
Then you could polymorph yourself into something that's immune to fire.
Yeah. And then brown
Like a
chicken, brown
rock.
cow.
Like, guys, I know you all want me to, but we're just friends, and I care about her like a sister. And
I would like to insight how Shalaya feels about this relationship.
Same. Can I roll insight?
She's a
wanna roll
necklace,
insight.
man.
Huh?
She's a necklace, man.
I can sense the emotions of the amulets.
Unfortunately, you can't.
Damn it, it's only a 19. We're all inciting the amulet. Shalaya, come on out. We want to know.
man, guys, I can't be held down to one person. That's just not my style.
Ah, that means you haven't found the right woman yet.
Oh, you're a whore.
Yes, believe it's there's another word for it that I'm thinking of. It sounds better.
Prostitute.
Skank.
Man about town.
Sex worker.
Man about town.
Oh, no, a raconteur. That's what I am. I'm a raconteur.
A rolling stone.
That makes sense.
Man whore.
Is this in front of
Gigolo.
the rest of the leaders, by the way?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah,
I
pretty
thought-
much.
I thought
Yeah.
We earned this. We earned this.
What are they gonna do? Bitch about the level 20 characters talking shit to one of the other level 20 characters? You can do. Oh, stop that.
Oh,
Make
you're
it-
right. They really can't do anything if they
Yeah.
want to.
I'll turn your mind to glue.
I will beat you with
I
a ninja
have
knife.
unlimited rage.
I will summon literally God right now if you guys can shut up.
You can't do that for another 5 days.
Oh dear God. Oh, he can.
Oh,
He can
Jesus.
summon God.
I ain't
He
scared.
has the power of God and anime on his side.
Okay.
But
yeah, I can
finally,
look at-
they kind of turn and say, "Well, now there's the question of succession
Lawrence.
and how we go about
Lawrence.
leading this city now."
Lawrence.
I advise that we determine a collective council, much like how you do at Waterdeep. Seems to work. I has its
Jeremy
flaws.
just put Lawrence on the throne.
I just don't think kings in this city have fared well in the past.
Yeah, there was a
I'm
freaking
inclined to
winter
agree.
queen controlling them.
And who do you suggest we place on this council?
Ice.
Obviously, Lawrence. He's deserved.
Yeah, gesturing madly at Lawrence.
He's gonna start writing them Surgeon General warnings on the bottles.
Yep. And I will be the head of the CIA.
Ooh, what about
Yes, Soren's epilogue is he gets a crate of rifles that he needs to run through Central America.
Oh god.
Ooh, I would like to recommend as leader of the new army that one captain guy that I can never remember his name.
Talvas?
Yes.
You mean the guy who's standing right there? I point to
Yes.
Talos.
Him. I didn't recognize him. My eyes are still glazed over with pixie dust.
And how many should sit on this council?
How many business things of importance are there?
Okay, screw this council business. Again, I don't give a shit about your council. I'm saying we put Lawrence on the throne and be done with it.
Yeah, but oversight might be a
Ooh.
good idea.
Lawrence can be the tiebreaker.
Well, why don't we have a parliament and then Lawrence can be the figurehead?
No, because that means he doesn't actually do things.
Yeah, but does he want to do things? Do you,
And
Lawrence?
not look, he doesn't have a say in this. That's what being a king is about.
Well, then
And
that's
one
a
day
parliament.
Lawrence just disappeared from existence. Where is the king?
The king has escaped. Something about that doesn't sound right, but the king has escaped.
The point
Oh
being
god,
is
there's a
that
civil war now.
Lawrence likes to go about his business and travel and save people, and he's not going to be tied down to one place. And what if he just leaves and people need him?
You.
It's going to be you're going to need other people around to take care of the day to day, and that's why you need some sort of parliamentary council.
I say okay then. I say we also put Tyen on the council.
I agree. I think Tyen and Talvos should be on the council.
All in favor? Doesn't matter what the hell you guys say. I say pointing to the rest of them. You didn't kill a fucking Winter Queen.
Can, can you
The
put up the
dwarf
map?
kind of
And-
shrugs and says,
Dragonface too.
"Got a point."
Dragonface is on the council.
That's a
Dragonface is
conflict
already
of
on the
interest. He's
Waterdeep
already
Council.
on the
That's a
council.
conflict of interest.
Oh shit! Yeah. Well, I nominate.
I nominate Taz as
Well,
Master
actually,
Blacksmith.
technically,
Yeah, Taz is just
Dragonface.
in Waterdeep
Actually,
hitting.
technically, Dragonface was relieved of his seat on the council because he
He
has to
was not
serve a
granted the
certain
rank
amount
of master.
Yeah, because because he now has to serve a certain amount of time under that archfey.
Oh yeah.
So they stuck somebody else on the council in his place. So technically,
am-
he does not have
I am-
that seat anymore.
So we can give him a
technically,
seat
he
once
should be
he's
on
done.
I imagine you said, I nominate Taz. Taz is somewhere in Waterdeep hitting his hammer, and once he goes,
Yeah, that's exactly what I
No, he turns around like the Skyrim shopkeeper. Need something?
Dudes.
Oh, wait. I nominate Pirate Captain, whatever the fuck his name is, as head of the
fucking
Navy.
way.
Nah.
I do say Dragonface because,
He helped us
honestly,
a lot.
yeah, not only that, we need all people represented. I look at the dwarf lady because I'm still gonna fight her. Do you have anyone you would recommend from your group?
Yeah, dwarf for sure.
She
What about
looks
that?
around and says, "Your walls will need rebuilding.
Cool.
My
Do
house
you have
knows how
anyone
to
you would
build."
recommend to the council? She just kind of goes, "What the fuck is she talking about?"
I also think our homie back at who was the guy who led us under the underground place
Oh, that would be
temple.
Yeah, you're talking about the Paladin of Helm.
Yeah, I think he should be on the council, and that town should be more,
How many people do we have on this town council now?
Well,
Well, Waterdeep's Hidden Council has a lot.
At this
12.
point, I think we have 5.
We need
Yeah,
like
we got what we got.
Yeah, because the
Four
dwarf
more
says that
total?
she, either her or one of her people, she's willing to help with the rebuilding efforts and would like a spot to oversee.
So,
Sure.
Lord
We
of
got
Construction
Purple Knight.
and Maintenance.
Pretty
Got
much.
it?
We got Purple Knight. We got Tie-In. We got Dwarf. We got Lawrence, whether he likes it or not. Who else do we have?
Dragonface.
Dragonface.
Potentially.
and Paladin guy, Paladin of Helm.
Paladin
Halberd.
guy.
If he
Oh,
accepts.
Let's have that
We need a
noble.
mage.
What about the noble kid that helped us out? That noble guy.
Oh, yeah.
Who helped us?
I mean, we feel like we owe him.
The half elf. Yeah.
I mean, he
Oh,
did
that's
help
right,
us
you guys-
secure all those people.
Oh yeah, that's right. I put his dad in my. Never mind.
Oron. We restore his noble line. Yeah.
I say we put a mage there because, no, Tyen speaks for the elves. I don't think he should also speak for the mages.
Oh, who's our enchanter friend?
Asher.
Well, there's Everett, the enchanter.
He's
down at
not
Baldur's
living in
Gate,
that tower.
And then there's the bald, grumpy one that doesn't leave the tower. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
people
the
are talking
guy.
about Everett.
that would be Bellum.
We would put the tall, grumpy guy on the council.
That'd be so funny. No, but yeah, the Everett makes more sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say either that or have the mages elect someone.
Or yeah, the mages of Baldur's Gate can elect someone to sit on the
Mhm.
council.
That makes
and then
sense.
I also think
So that's 7 or 8. That's 8 right now.
Yeah.
my mentor Thalos should be on the council.
You
I
really
feel like
think
there's
your
conflicts of
former
interest.
boss is going to be wanting to be in a public spotlight?
Well, I
Well,
think he's
he doesn't have to
retiring
be-
soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have to be named as one of the council members, but he can sit on the council.
Master of
Wait,
Spa,
no.
Spa Master.
Yeah.
Exactly. Master of Whispers.
Just because,
Yeah.
he may not be publicly like if the council's like made public, he may not publicly be part of.
I like how we're
known as
spending
part of the
10 minutes
council, but he's
deciding
part of
who's
the
on this council when we're never touching this world again.
I don't care.
It's important.
It's
It's
real
real,
to
okay.
me.
So that's 9 people now.
You don't need a certain number, but yeah, that's 9 people.
I think we need
It's-
one more because I said, well, no, yeah, that's 8, and then Lawrence can be the tiebreaker.
Well, we need
Bad.
female. We need a female representative. Come on, guys.
Oh, that could be
It's
Miss
such a-
The
Trollbreaker
dwarf
here.
just stares right
You're
at
right.
you.
You know my gender.
I step away from Sword. Ooh.
Not touching that one.
I don't even remember.
Is there anyone else I look
there
at
any qualified people that
so look,
we met.
I was gonna look at either Dragon Face or the Purple Knight, and go. Is there anyone group of people we're not representing in this council yet?
Well, of course, there's one. The common folk.
Oh,
Oh, how about the captain of that little dinghy that initially got us out of this stupid city?
that's a random person. That's a
Captain
random.
Mac.
Yeah, Captain Mac. Oh no, Shield guy.
Yes, we had to put Shield Guy on.
Shield
Council.
guy.
Who's Shield Guy? I don't remember.
I have much confidence in this council.
Yeah,
The council's gonna get
this is a
shit.
kangaroo court.
I nominate Zartan, the Earth Turtle.
I nominate Leviathan. No, I'm kidding.
I nominate Luna. I don't know.
No, I veto the shit out of that.
I nominate this random jackass of a moon elf and his dragon girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
They don't want to be on the council.
No, they
So,
don't.
I
just
think
want fun.
instead of as much as I don't know the Shield Guy you speak of, but I think the people should elect their council member as well.
Yeah,
That way they feel as
pretty
if they're
much
being
everybody
included.
at the table seems to agree with that.
And then they all laugh at
That, they
Bran for
will-
suggesting it.
Yeah, they will know. They will know that these suggestions are put forth, but different groups will be able to elect their own representative. Think of this as a nominee.
Oh, what about Shalai? I don't think she.
Nope.
Why would no? It's like me saying, "Hey, Mabe, you're going to be on the council." No, Mabe, you can't be on the council. I think looking at her, no.
I mean, if there's no other alternatives, I will take a seat as head chef.
That's not a seat. You
It
just
can be.
the chef.
Department of Agriculture.
Head of agriculture and byproducts.
Do you even know how to farm?
I know how to
I
cook.
guess I'm the Department of Health and Medicine.
I just like I ignore them. There is one more.
Oh, I forgot one other person too. Is Asher's brother, who's like actually smart and knows shit.
Oh yeah, the one who's been working with the mages for the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was your insider contact. He's gone.
Yeah,
He's out of the city.
he
being
GTFO'd
announced.
before when he was told about the siege.
Oh yeah. It's true.
Yeah, he grabbed his family and left.
So yeah, we pretty much hammered that out. There is one
Yeah.
more important thing.
Guys, how much do we like this city?
I don't really give a shit about Neverdeep.
Let's put
Neverdeep,
Asher on the council.
Go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on a vacation. I live in Waterdeep. I'm on a vacation at the villa all the time. I'm drink wine and chill. Like, I'm not gonna hang out here. I'll
There
visit
is-
Lawrence every now and then, but I'm not fucking hanging out in Neverwinter.
There is
I'll
one
stay
more.
until everything's stable, but after that, I'm leaving.
And what is that one thing, Rail?
Very important. I look at the dwarf. I'm fighting you.
She nods and says, "Once the city's cleaned up, we'll meet in the
Ah.
arena."
I just like freaking throw my hands in the air like in exasperation.
So
Now
I'll
you're just
prepare another ceremony.
what?
Should I prepare another ceremony?
I don't understand.
It means your funeral
All right.
rites.
Is everybody more or less satisfied with that terribly stuffed council?
Yes.
What do you
Yeah.
mean terribly?
I think he wrote
It's
down every
amazing.
name we
It's
took.
amazing. It's amazing.
The
In that
people
case,
got a
we could
vote.
move on.
The mages get a vote. The elves have a vote. The dwarves have a vote.
The druids
Other
have a
people
vote.
We'll go straight down the line. And Fang, what would your character do now? I'm gonna assume
Oh, it's
he's
an
probably gonna
epilogue?
get married, right? Yeah. Now that the council's more or less decided, what would Fang's next action be?
It's like what he decides to do with his life.
Well, yeah. What is he gonna do from here on out?
Well,
As
first
Neverwinter
he's going to have a
rebuilds?
lovely wedding with his fiancée, Lawrence officiating. Soren, I'm asking you to be my best man.
Wow.
You got it,
okay.
homie.
I'm just looking, reading through your customs. Like, oh, you can object in this? Interesting.
So only be my best man, Aaron, just over there. Dame Donnie. Dame yo.
I object to this wedding.
And as you do, you actually receive Fang a strange sort of an older gentleman, still youthful looking because he's an elf, but you can tell he's older, kind of silver hair. Or not silver hair, sorry, like a sort of a brassy hair. Approaches you.
You're approaching me?
And he hands something out to you. A box.
What's in the box?
What's in the
You
box?
remember when you needed something from that dragon's hoard and you traded your medal that you had won, your cooking medal, away in order
Oh.
to obtain that spell material that you needed from the dragon's hoard, from Ogg's hoard. He returns it to you, the original Lord of Winter medal that you had won, as a sign of courtesy, a wedding gift.
I give him a big hug.
He hugs you as well,
You're
pats you on the
hugging a
back,
dragon.
And then he
and
eats you.
says, "Yeah," and then says, "Good luck, you'll need it," and steps away.
There's your dragon flies off. Aha!
And everyone will sit and enjoy this 12-layer cake I spent all night making.
So are you telling me that not only
Alright.
did Fang having a wedding and he's planning the wedding with his fiance, but he also did the catering?
He's a freaking chef.
resourceful
You think
man.
chefs let other people do their wedding?
And
Uh,
your reception's in fuck, what was it? In a temple created by me.
Effectively, yes.
Yes, temple.
And all right, Fang. Where's Fang headed to after the wedding? Then once things are settled down, what would Fang's next move in life be?
To honeymoon with his lovely wife. He will introduce her to Zoltan as they head off into a tropical honeymoon and find a nice place to raise some very buff centaur children.
It's the weirdest fucking children you've ever seen in
Towers.
your goddamn life.
Just like, yeah, fucking
He's gone down
half,
the list.
half orc.
Yeah.
What? It's not as
Really?
bad as you might think. It's just stupidly buff centaurs.
No, it's
Yeah,
the other way
and
around.
one
They're
normal child.
orcs from the waist down. They're orcs, and then from the torso up, they're horses.
Oh God, he's made minotaurs.
But Lawrence, going down the
Wait,
list.
the minotaurs, both horses with horse parts.
Effectively, kinda.
Yep.
But Lawrence, what would Lawrence do now?
I'll stay in Neverwinter until it's stable, and then just travel around, essentially like a, I guess like a traveling doctor.
Traveling miracle man.
So Jesus.
Pretty much.
And then fucking
Drink this
deliver.
potion in remembrance of me.
I have to deliver all fucking Fang's children.
Oh God.
Oh goddamn, man! Ever heard of protection? Ever heard of pulling out? And
That's
all
good. It's good whenever
gates.
the doctor delivers your kid, and the first thing he says is, "Good God, man, what did you create?"
Yeah, like centaur, minotaur, human. So, the weirdest. It's like a Loki. It's like Loki's children
Alright,
coming this
so-
motherfucker.
Lawrence just goes on, and he becomes a traveling healer. Then is that it?
He becomes Jesus.
Saint Lawrence Nightingale.
Yep. Indeed, you are recognized as a saint by many across the land. Aaron,
Oh, it's me next.
it's you. I'm just going down by alphabetical.
Oh, how is that alphabetical? Okay.
Your Discord names.
Oh, I thought you were going by tokens.
No.
Aaron for a while Maeve gets used to being not a Fae, he's going around he's fighting around the world.
So he's Russell Crowe.
He's Russell Crowe for a while. Full on he goes back and challenges the goddamn angel like he said he would. Win, lose, draw, doesn't really give a shit. And after a while he's just like, I think it's time I go home. I've got a throne to claim there. Don't want it, but somebody's got to take it. Or maybe I'll become a god. I don't know yet.
You have the most crazy backstory that we never bothered to learn.
I know.
I know.
All right.
And so he's just gonna kind of ask maybe if she wants to come along. He's gonna kick the freaking Asher's goddamn fairy dragon out and take his sentient clockwork dragon with him.
All right. Yeah. She doesn't really have anywhere else to go, so she'll head off.
And
The
just
three
like
of you
that,
can.
Aaron now has a right and left hand of God.
And thus, while
Is it all?
his Fae ancestry grew 3 generations stronger.
So yeah,
Mhm.
now Aaron has the weirdest goddamn pantheon right now. It's him, a clockwork dragon, a former Fae with all the powers of a Fae, and a freaking Phoenix Dragon Hawk. That's his starting group.
Interesting. And
I think you
Finally,
just described
Soren.
Journey to the West.
yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh
And
God,
Soren.
Aaron's Sung Wukong.
So I will first ask Shalaya if she wants to return back to the fire plane.
She says she'd definitely like to recuperate there, but she said decent adventures in this plane. So she mentions that if you ever need any assistance with anything, or just
We'll always hang out.
yeah,
So I'm gonna drop
She-
her off.
she's gonna
I'll
make
escort her
regular
back.
trips.
Yeah, like we'll hang out we'll have like that yearly
Yeah,
adventure together. But I'll bring her back to the fire plane with someone who can plane shift me because I don't know if that's
Dragon Face would be
Dragon
one.
Face most likely. Yeah. head back to the Golden Rose. I assume you said that there was something waiting for me back in Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
So
Talos tells you to meet him there.
so I
It
guess
is
I'll.
all the women you've ever slept with. You have a lot of
Oh,
child
no.
support to pay.
Yeah, turns out your epilogue is a nightmare.
So I guess my work truly begins now as
Mhm. And because I like to get really immersed, like I like to go that extra mile, I'm kind of into method acting. I'm going to send you my PayPal, and if you can just start sending me like monthly payments, just kind of like RP a little bit. But no,
No,
in all seriousness, Talos tells you to meet up there. And you go to the location, you actually recognize it as a familiar place from your childhood.
no shit. Which place?
If you'll recall a story about Soren's parents.
I don't know if anyone remembers. They were just two innkeepers that raised me. They're like my adoptive parents. And then they were killed in the inn. So that's where it is. Yeah.
Talos turns, give you a big old hug, obviously relieved to see that you made it out. And as he reaches for a handshake as well. And if you lift your hand, he puts the deed to the place in your palm and closes your fingers and says, "It's been a lot of years, and I suspect that you're a better spy now than I ever was. The Order should have given this to you long ago. It was really not theirs to give, it was yours to begin with. But no matter how long it took, you got it now. Do what you will with it. If you want to start a chapter, keep it for yourself, get rid of it, burn it down. It's your decision to make.
Except
After
for
all,
Clint shows up.
yeah, after all, there have been some vacancies in the higher ranks as of late, given those betrayals, and I don't suspect that I'll be as spry as I was when I was younger, so it's about time that you take my seat as well, if you'll have it."
It would be my honor.
And with that, you are given a promotion, and the inn that you and your parents were driven out of as a child.
So yeah. So I think I would actually message my buddy. Why am my mind's blank? Taz, and see if he wants to help me set up this inn and run it with me. Because I have to like go a lot of the time. I'm not gonna be able to like run a business. Be
I'll
there
ask
every
if he
day.
wants to like
Great, now I have to
co-own
make another thieves guild. Jesus.
And then I actually this won't really be this will be like a recruiting ground for like base level dudes. Like it's not going to be a super secret hideout like how the other one is.
Mhm.
It's going to be just like, if you know a guy who knows a guy, then you kind of get here, and then like you might get like a letter saying to get tested to be like give you a test to get into the order. But it's basically like low level recruitment. But then as far as like my higher up Machiavellian shit, I will eliminate any people in the order who stand against me and rise to the top. That's basically his
All
goal.
right, as a level 20 Bard Warlock, you pretty much can do that, especially with your new Wizards feature.
But with as far as I still am intrigued about that warlock patron that I still don't really understand. So I'm going to spend a lot of time in that internet library searching more for secrets. And then
Now that you finally have time to do that, I will actually go ahead and give you some information on that.
oh shit, yes.
Oh man, I didn't meet my mother.
So, yeah, the show's not out yet. So, those wizards had experimented with creating essentially a sort of intellect to, browse such a vast library and to categorize it and help others access it, because going through an archive of that size physically just isn't feasible. No matter, and they wanted it to be secret so they couldn't employ a huge amount of people. It needed to be accessible by just one person if need be. And when that failed, attempts to do that with simple magic failed, they moved on to trying to have people, and even at one point fae and other extraplanar creatures connected to it. They turned to blood magic to do it. When that failed as well. And they were able to find a way to trap, at least for a period of time, a human soul in that crystal to forever serve as a servitor for that library. And over generations, as those souls and their collected knowledge mixed with one another and mixed with the library, it essentially created the plane's most potent magical artificial intelligence, which now inhabits that library, among others you find as you ascend in the order and learn more about it, spread across the world. These different libraries and those servitors that had been connected to it have combined into one being. You could call it one intellect. And it seems that is your patron. And
My
the
patron is the
information-
Geth.
Pretty
Effectively.
much. And the information and the network that you have so far, you realize as you manage to tap into this and get a true view of the network worldwide, is only one small part of the larger piece of the puzzle. Because it seems, as you recall, at the beginning of your order, it was started in another land, actually, and only moved here. And so, your potential for power and information stretches far and wide across the seas.
Yeah, so I would just use that to my advantage to get what I needed, what I want, anything I wanted, basically. And one specific thing that I would do,
Wait.
but I would
So-
I would learn everything and every little detail there is to know about the summer court, and then I would go there because I have a deal
That's right.
to play for what's his face, and I keep my promises. So I would actually go
So-
back.
Wait, Lawrence's group is just the Assassin Brotherhood from Egypt. I mean,
Soren.
You know what I mean?
Pretty
So-
much, it's pretty much like an assassin thing. So,
Wow.
yeah. It's different, but
no, it's not.
Even the
Similar.
freaking
similar.
relics.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. That's so cool. Plus, it's like, yeah, with the AI, it's like Matrix shit. Plus, like Geth hive minds that
Pretty
were
much,
enslaved.
yeah. That's,
by-
No,
that
it's
was what your
pure
patron-
Assassin's
that's
Creed.
what-
They
that
went
was what your
stupid with
patron
that.
Was. Yeah.
Your
Yep.
patron is quite literally the Geth meets if the Geth were from Assassin's Creed.
exactly.
And
Or like,
I guess,
or like Isu like created Geth.
yeah,
That then kind
coalesced,
of.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then mix the information. Your patron is the internet. You know?
Yeah.
Your
But,
patron is
and if
Google.
that's the last of the character send-offs, then I guess everyone gets to watch the sun rise on a grateful world.
Yes. Oh, and then just like in between adventures and murdering and plotting, lots of partying with all the monies that we have.
Oh yeah, the party is essentially showered with favors and money, whatever it is they might wish.
So
from
Fang has
various
a big
groups, and
plot of
governments.
land, 100 acres.
And I suggest, actually, I insist that we have an annual party at the villa that just like invites all the old gang.
High school
and it's-
reunion.
yeah, it's basically the Citadel DLC from Mass Effect.
Gotcha.
Everyone just gets, everyone's
Yeah,
just
after a
partying and
while,
has a good
Aaron
time.
sends May because Aaron has become a god and can't leave his own fucking plane.
Kenji, how many children do I
Otherwise-
bring to this party?
Otherwise, we're gonna have
What a
a winter
babysitter.
plane situation all over.
Wow. Yeah, I wonder what Asher does. He probably just kills
I'll
himself
have to ask.
trying to
Yeah,
trying to
have to
turn himself
ask.
into a robot.
He'll probably try to go to space, but yeah, I'll have to ask him next time he's available. Unfortunately, I can't right now. But
15
Really?
children.
15 kids?
No, no, no. I'm dividing them by 2.
7.5.
Hey, they are horse
Jesus.
kids. Horses do not take long to have kids.
At one point, I'm gonna gather the group and we're gonna play ship to work. I'm like, I'm gonna show you my home, and this is my mother.
And
Roll
now you have a
initiative.
paladin centaur orc.
Oh, that's gonna be the one shot we do in like a month or 2. The one shot level 20 fight another god.
At some point, I'm gonna divine intervention for fucking Fang to be sterile.
Damn. Yeah, Fang is over here being Genghis Khan.
Hold. What the fuck do you mean by that?
I mean, you popping out children left and right, like by the, like.
I'm not
100 years
raping
later,
half the nation.
Hmm? Yeah, because Lawrence snipped you using his god. All right.
No, 7 kids is the limit.
Reverse Jesus instead of a miracle baby. Miracles. So what now?
Kenji, end card this shit.
so with that, everyone gone their separate ways. The Unseelie Court, in accordance with the Summer Court, of course, is finally brought back to some form of balance. Neverwinter, while struggling because of the questionable council, eventually
What?
irons out well enough to function, not in its best shape, and especially with the rising power of Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter is never the superpower that it was before.
Exactly
It
like my plan.
survives. Yeah, but it survives, and the powers more or less even out to being 3 major city-states as opposed to 2 city-states and a kingdom. And sated by the destruction that had already been caused, the Unseelie Court follows the lead of the new Winter Queen, and eventually, with the healing of the World Tree, for the most part anyway, Winter finally recedes from their prime material plane, and the campaign is finished. So,
Whatever happened to that like weird creature at the
What
that
did
was
happen to
eating
that weird
eating the
creature?
roots?
God,
That's the
two.
stinger. The glass just cracks and we cut to black. See you next campaign.
yeah.
I mean, did it die when the Winter Queen died? Because didn't she
No.
like create it? Oh,
They sealed the court, quote unquote, sealed it in there.
oh, they
Aaron
sealed
just
it.
shows up, goes, "I'm taking this as a pet. Bye."
Oh, Jesus.
Who was my god, anyways?
Lathander.
Lathander was your daddy.
I got no idea what the fuck that is.
That is the main god of the what are they called?
Pantheon.
I legit don't know who the fuck that is.
He's the god of light. He's essentially the main god of the I can't remember what they call themselves.
I don't remember either. Triumvirate?
Hmm? Yeah, he's the lead god, essentially.
Yeah. I don't remember.
The
I
Morning
think
Lord
he's part of the
himself.
Triumph. Yeah.
Morning Lord, Paylor, Lathander, same person.
That's it. Yeah, they went longer.
The sovereign host, that's what they're called.
I had forgotten that I'd honestly kind of forgotten that you also had to figure out what would happen with Neverwinter's government, and so it turned what would have been a short epilogue into like an actual full length. But yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah, Neverwinter doesn't have a government anymore.
I didn't meet my mother. You guys didn't get to meet my mother. Then again, you guys didn't give a shit about my backstory.
You never told us.
I
You're just like, I'm from somewhere different. Or like, okay.
Also, you were very standoffish, so we didn't want to know.
He's kind of like the edgy guys. Like, tell me my backstory. Ask me about my backstory.
well, the whole point was he didn't know it first, and then he found out, and he only found out like half found out, and was like, oh no, I killed a lot of people.
And this is what happens when you make a new character almost to the last third of the game.
It was not the last third. I made him
No,
when we were like level
Yeah, it was early.
7, if that.
Yeah, Taz wasn't around that long.
Yeah, it's because he was around for an NPC. As an NPC, that's what.
Yeah, I'm not Koki.
Yeah, that was three different characters.
6.
4.
I'm adding the 2 that I didn't know before I joined.
It was the vampire, the one we started with.
The one we started with was like the noble rogue, Marge, and then Luna. So 4.
Yep.
And then the robot that he had for one session because he deleted
5.
his sheet on accident and had to make a new one.
Oh, that's right. Because that was introduced with Ashes.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
Yeah,
it
he
was
had a character that he literally played for
Aaron
one
beat
session.
the crap out of her
Because
in one
he
turn.
played that character, and then the next week he messaged me and said, "Oh, I somehow or another I accidentally deleted my sheet, so I'm gonna have to go back to the other one."
Oh shit.
Literally, what happened was this: Asher and her were being standoffish, so we fought, and I downed her in one turn.
Wait, isn't her body still in Asher's
Yes.
box?
Yes, it is.
I think her power cell was used for something else, but yeah. Maybe one of the arms.
And that's the end of that chapter.
That's pretty much it, yeah.